In response to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, research helps find preventions for the cancer, explain why only some people get breast cancer, and also teaches people how to improve care along with trying to find a cure. It all started with one woman sitting at her kitchen table drinking coffee with a friend. She randomly sparked up a conversation she never knew would change history forever. We all know someone who has had breast cancer, but we don't really know what they go through, how they afford to get treatment, what can even be done. Has research made treatment worth it? One lady who knew firsthand about this situation would later be the reason breast cancer research would be so important today. This woman's name is Evelyn Lauder, and she founded the Breast Cancer Research Foundation in 1993. According to bcrf.org/history, just years before, she was diagnosed with early stage breast cancer and chose to channel her experience into action. She opened the Evelyn H. Lauder Breast Cancer Center in 1989, and later the same year, she helped create the signature pink ribbon used as a symbol of breast cancer awareness today. Because of her lifelong mission to get rid of breast cancer, we now have researched and found studies that help rid the world of this harmful disease. You must be wondering what Miss Lauder and breast cancer has to do with you. I am here to tell you that no one knows if they will be diagnosed with the next case of breast cancer. Your help with research could be helping someone who might even be you. Today, I will show you why research is needed, what the foundation has to offer, and how your help in researching can make a difference. Now, I'll tell you why we need your help. The number of cases we're seeing of breast cancer are only increasing. More and more women are being diagnosed and dying from this horrible disease each year. We need more people to start researching so that we may be able to reduce those numbers. We as people need to remember that it could be us that is diagnosed with the next case of breast cancer. We could be the one who doesn't find it in time or isn't able to get the best treatments, and we could be the one losing our life to such a monstrous disease. These people being diagnosed aren't the only ones being affected by the cancer. Their families have to deal with it as well. The academic journal titled the Breast Cancer Research Foundation states, in the year 2002, the statistics show that approximately 203,500 women in the U.S. would be diagnosed with breast cancer, with 34,600 of those women being left dead, along with an estimated 400 men that got the cancer as well. This year, an estimated number of about 276,480 cases will be diagnosed according to the breastcancer.org/symptoms/understand, which is 1 in 8 women. Along with these women, 2,620 men will be diagnosed, and 42,170 women are expected to die. That means statistics of this disease are rising, and breast cancer is now the second most commonly diagnosed cancer found in women. If only one person would make a donation to help with researching, there could be the reason these numbers decrease. As we discussed earlier on, the founder of the Breast Cancer Research Foundation was diagnosed with early stage breast cancer herself. Unlike some of the worst cases we see, Mrs. Lauder survived. She, along with her family, has a success story to tell. The only problem is her cancer was found early on, and although she survived, there was still a chance she may not have, because there wasn't near as much knowledge back then as we have today. These men and women being diagnosed with this horrible disease that may not have been fortunate enough to find their cases soon enough need our help in research so that we could possibly discover a cure for breast cancer no matter what stage it is found in. You may be left asking, what can I do to help? I am encouraging you to partner with the Breast Cancer Research Foundation to help sponsor research for this terrible disease. One of the fundraisers found on bcrf.org is called Curls for a Cure. It was founded by Udad and Peter Wise. Udad herself, along with her mother, who was taken from her by this monstrous disease at the young age of 25, was diagnosed with breast cancer. She and her husband felt that they could help fight breast cancer if they started a fundraiser to help find new treatments or even possibly a cure. Any amount of money helps with searching for a cure for breast cancer. Even if you can only afford $5 or $10 a month, it would help, and it would be worth it to know that you helped save someone's life. All the money donated allows there to be grants set up for finding clinical trials that can be tested on women who have early stage breast cancer, test new drug treatments that may help with the cancer, and even set up studies that focus on finding the genetic features of breast cancer. Through monthly donations or even fundraisers, you can be a part of making the research possible. If you log on to bcrf.org, you can find a list of different fundraisers to donate to. There's a search bar listed for you to search all types of things to donate. If you decide to make a donation, you'll have the satisfaction of knowing that you are potentially saving someone's life. The fundraiser set up by Udad and Peter Wise is proof that knowing firsthand what someone has to go through with being diagnosed with this disease can change how you feel about donating to these fundraisers and these foundations that are searching for a cure. Although we may think we can't afford to make a donation each month for something that has nothing to do with us, it could one day be you or your family members, and our attitudes would change. We'd be willing to make just a small donation, even if it meant sacrificing $5 a month, if it would save our life or a family member's life. Donating or starting a fundraiser for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation is an outstanding decision that can leave you with the satisfaction of knowing you helped save a life or that you got researchers one step closer to finding a cure. You are aware of the needs and how research can make a difference. Now visualize with me. With the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, you gain pleasure in knowing you potentially helped find a cure to save someone's life or contributed to finding a cure. You may only be one person, but your helpful donation can make a huge difference in breast cancer research. If you don't help, then who will? Without the donations and fundraisers set up through the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, no new treatments or the potential cure will ever be discovered for the people diagnosed. So, in closing, in response to the people who are fighting breast cancer, we should be the ones who make a difference in these people's lives, along with the families' lives, by donating to fundraisers through the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Log on to bcrf.org and look at some of the fundraisers. Make a donation under the donation tab. I strongly encourage you to sponsor the foundation in either way. Whether it be making a donation or setting up a fundraiser on your own, I strongly encourage you to help with the breast cancer research. Keep in mind that the next deadly case could be you or one of your family members. Be that one person who chooses to help, even if it's worth just $5 a month. All it could take is one person to donate and a cure could be found. Be the one person who chooses to save lives. This is a chart on the last 5 years breast cancer survival rate. It looks like you have a good chance of surviving if you are only in stage 1 or 2. Once you get to 3 and 4, the survival rate decreases.